TikTok. We're going to be discussing today self-confidence and how do we achieve that exactly. I'll see you live right now. We are starting our live stream. All right, see ya. Okay, awesome, awesome. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. We're just getting started slowly. Okay, and let's see, who do we have today? Who do we have today? Hello, everyone. Hello. Wack, thank you. Thank you guys for joining. We are starting slowly. We're going to be discussing different topics for today. We're just waiting for people to come in and then we will start. In the meantime, the room is starting to get bigger slowly. It's just taking some time. I'm doing a sound check over here and then we are gonna go start with the topics. Thank you. How is the thank you, Adik? How is the music? Is it too loud? Is the music too loud? Please let me know. You could hear me, so it would be nice. So I'm just uploading my socials, just letting everybody know we are currently here. So just bear with me a few more minutes and then we'll be together. Perfect. Okay, thank you for updating the sound check. Thank you very much, Tahir. I'm just uploading on the our Facebook group, letting them know that we're currently live as well, and then we're moving on to Instagram, and then will be all yours. So it'd be great actually to go live as well from there. I think I have another device that we can do that right now. Let me see if I can do that. Okay, I'm just posting and we will see. Let me see if I can get another one. All right, let's see if we get Facebook. We can go from Facebook on this screen as well. So just talking to myself, which is a regular habit of mine that I do. Okay, we get another device here. We need to charge with two devices. Hi Aziz, how are you? I'm all over the place trying to get trying to get things sorted out as I am getting ready. I might go actually as well on Facebook. I just got the idea now, so I'm just preparing my devices. Hello Lanish, hello, hello. Okay, bear with me guys. I just had a last minute idea to stream also on Facebook, so bear with me. I'm still here. Okay, I'm just adding more power, more devices, so bear with me. That's gonna take some time, and this one over here is already done. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And I'll be with you shortly, guys. Duration. We're gonna be talking about a couple of hours today. We're gonna be discussing. We're gonna be talking about self-confidence. What is self-confidence and how do we achieve that? So this is our main topic for today. Additionally, we do talk about cabin crew and how to become cabin crew. So this is what we're doing. I'm just updating our socials and then we will start to chat and talk about all of this and answer your questions. We also take questions from people, from everybody about cabin crew and how to become flight attendants. And this is a one of the main subjects of the main core teachings that we have here on my TikTok. Okay, we're almost done with Telegram. We're almost done with that, and then we're almost done with that. In the meantime, I can see people are coming slowly. Where are you watching me from, guys? Where are you watching me from? And once again, can I have a double check, Tahir? Can you hear the music or it's disappeared? I just want to know. That would be a great benefit to let me know. Makes my life much easier so I don't have to keep on jumping between options. Please let me know if you could hear the music. Should I make it louder or not? A little bit like a million devices in front of me right now. Okay. Okay, so Almost set with the devices and the socials. In the meantime, let me see who's with us here today. Should I make it higher? Okay. Some of the tracks have a higher volume, like a little bit louder than regular. So if you feel it got a little bit noisy, please do let me know. Abira, hi, how are you? Let me know if the music are okay, because it's gonna keep changing with each track, so we will not know exactly what how is, if it's noisy or not. But anyway, once we start the actual live stream, when we start to talk about the topics, we are going to reduce the music or change for something a little bit more mellow, and then we start to discuss about today's topic. Gypsia, hello and welcome. All good, Abira. Thank you very much. Sanya, is there a career opportunities in the field of hospitality and flight attendants? Please mention. Yes, there is always careers available. You just need to check on the websites of the companies. And Raccoon, I know what you're doing now, Raccoon. How come you are actually watching us live now? So please type in English, guys. Don't type in any other language. I'm only responding to English language because that's the main idea of this live stream. Elena, hello and welcome. Very happy to have you with us. And Amir, welcome, Amir. You're here early today. We're how is the live stream? Sorry, how is the music? Is it loud? Is it okay? Let me know. All right, so today's topic. Today's topic we're going to be talking about, discuss a little bit more about confidence. What is confidence? What's your understanding? How can we gain more confidence? And this is not just for Wadik, thank you for following me. And this is not just for the cabin crew interviews, it's about your life altogether. So today's topic is about life skills, which I love talking about, self-development, and absolutely I'm in love with how we develop ourselves in different ways. So this is our topic today. Sanya, thank you for confirming the music in a good level, so this is really good. Perfecto. Okay, very good. So let me get to know you guys. I can see some new faces over here. Where are you watching us from? Where are you watching me from? Where are you currently? And what is your job? Like, what is your job and where are you located? This is really good to get to know everybody here and then just get things going slowly. Just type it down. Sometimes the comments take a long time to answer, but it'll be good. So we have Iraq. And what do you do, guys? I mean, you just tell me which country and what do you do for a living? What is your job? Like, for example, Lanish just said he's in Dubai hospitality industry. So this is a really good answer. And we have Tunisia. Hi. And what do you do for a living? Tell me, what's your job? Watching from Egypt. Sania, very happy to have you. Okay, and so you are from Iraq and you're a teacher. Very good. Vana, I'm an ex crew in Egypt now. Very good to have an ex EK crew. So what was your staff number? Mine was 235. What was yours? Starting with what? And Dubai, working in aviation Emirates group. Cheers to Emirates. Emirates by far. I mean, for me, I love Emirates, but all the other airlines are good. So I was 235. My staff number. Yours 056. Wow, all right, 056. We're one of the very first ones, huh? When did you join, Vana? Which year did you join? And where are you watching me from? You are in Egypt now. I mean, where are you? Okay, so you are currently in Egypt. I'm from Morocco and I'm living in Dubai. You're living in Dubai. That's good. 1990s. All right. Okay. That is amazing. And do you still feel, Vana? Do you still feel the connection between you and aviation? I mean, whenever you go on in any aircraft, do you also feel that this is somehow very familiar, home? For how long you worked with the EK? Etihad or Emirates? Hiba. Etihad or Emirates, both are great companies, but because I was born and raised in Emirates, I love Emirates. I mean, for me, I love Emirates, but both companies are great, and so all the other companies are really good as well. But again, it's a personal preference. So, sorry, I just answer what the subject. Okay, you're asking about the subject. Okay, you're living in Dubai. Okay, that was the sub. That was what we're talking about. The subject today, we're gonna be talking about life skills. Today, we're gonna be talking about confidence, how you could use that, what is confidence, and how we can use it from day to day, and also in the interviews. We also take questions and answering. We're answering questions about how to become a cabin crew as well. All right, it's 30 years. Wow. Okay. Cheers to you, Vana. Cheers to you. Very. That's very impressive, really. So, by 1990s, that means we stayed 30 years. Probably we've flown together then. Maybe we've flown together. I don't know. But it's really good to connect. I'm sure you are on the ex Emirates cabin crew group, right? I'm sure you know a lot of people there as well. Yeah, yeah, it's really good. Oh. Mm. So, how about you guys? What about the rest? Where are you watching us from, and what do you do for a living? What do you do for work, and where are you watching us from? I find it really good way to start to connect with the audience, that we get to know a little bit about each other, and then those who stick around, then we start to talk about a certain topic. Today is about life skills and information that we get to know more about how we deal with ourselves, understanding more ourselves, and we also take some questions. Some of the live streams are fully focused on flight attendants and how could we have better quality output when we are going for assessment days. And sometimes we learn something new. So today, this is one of those days where we're going to talk about the topic and we start to a little bit engage and understand more. Sunny, I'm currently in college and I'm doing degree okay, diplomacy studies. You mean diplomacy, I get. This is what it means, the typo. Well, this is good, and it's good that you're interested in this since you are still in college. Ashita, I attended the assessment day last month in Abu Dhabi, but I got rejected after finals. Well, you should tap yourself on the shoulder. Well done that you went all the way to the final interviews, which means you are doing things right. However, don't beat up yourself. Don't be upset about it because not everybody who don't get accepted in the final interview, it doesn't mean something wrong with them. Sometimes it's just a matter of how many people they need and exactly also the ratio between males and females, so it doesn't have to be something wrong you've done. However, if you think you could perform better, then I would highly suggest that you take one of my training programs up there, which is specifically for the final interview. I have specific programs for people who are in a certain parts of the assessment days, like first group discussion, second group discussion, final interview, overall interview qualities. So it really depends because everybody has a different journey. If you think you could do better and you need help, just send us a message. You will find the link to my Telegram in my bio. I have no intention being a cabin crew actually. Well, if that's okay, but it's also still good that you're watching around with us here. People who have goals and set that to go in a certain direction, this is really good. When you have your own direction where you want to go in life, that's amazing. And it's going to be very surprising for a lot of you. Maybe you will not understand this now, but you will see it as the years unfold. Is that when you start, when the more young you are, your vision and what you see is a little bit somehow this much. The more you get wiser with time, you start to see more if you are aware to try to always enhance yourself. However, starting your life or your at the early years of your professional life, and you know where you're going. Like, I'm not interested in cabin crew, I like that. That means you have a plan, so or somewhere that you want to go to, which is really, really good. So much respect for that. How about you guys? What's your plan for life? Let me know. As you can see today, Santa Hisham is over there. So we we just got that on. So I think it looks like me, right? Christmas is coming. Merry Christmas for everybody. It's really happy that to see festive seasons, and it's what I like about international holidays is that all the planet, most of it, have the same vibe. So everybody are vibrating on almost the same vibe of everybody wants to be happy at the same time. You know, of course, with a little bit of here and there of the time differences. However, it's still something really good that I like when I see everybody's uniting for a good cause or a good feeling that people try to have, even if it's Christmas or a New Year. All right, sure. I have an extra teeth visible when I smile, and is on the left side. Is that a problem? Well, when it regards to smiling and teeth, you as long as you have a beautiful smile, it's okay. If there is any disturbance in the smile, then you might need to have a check with your doctor. However, again, the final call is for the recruiter. They have the ultimate decision in that. But if you have a beautiful smile, like when you smile, it's nice. Then in this case, why don't you just go and see how it goes? If somebody tell you no, don't go, they will not gonna accept you. Well, I would highly recommend that as for all of you guys that you just don't take any advice that gives you discouragement without you being convinced about it. So you might go and try and things will be okay, because up so far there is no rules that I've read physically that says about the grooming about that something is a black and white except if it's something severe. However, again, as I told you, rule of thumb, if the smile is okay and beautiful and it's not disturbing, then in this case, why don't you go and try? Is it okay? Reham Mocha. It's one of my biggest dreams becoming a cabin crew. So since this is one of your biggest dreams to become a cabin crew, I'm gonna put you in a trap. I can put you in a corner, and I'm going to challenge you right now. So try to answer my question quick. So Reham Mocha, you mentioned one of my dreams is to become a cabin crew. One of my biggest dreams. Since how long have you been having this dream? And this is the first question. Abira, I want to go to university and graduate and then become a cabin crew. It's really good. I'm always in favor that people first finish their college degrees and then apply for cabin crew. Jane, hello, and welcome back. Rania, why when I apply on the site, I got this message? The job description you're trying no longer available. Are you in Tunisia or Algeria by any chance? Rania, are you in Tunisia or Algeria or Morocco, one of these three countries? Okay, so Mayra, welcome everybody. Guys, is the music too loud? Jan, okay, thank you for Bulgaria, thank you for following us. And sir, is there any course for mind cabin crew? I'm past my 12 year. I do courses, and it's not about male and me female. I do train people to understand more about becoming a cabin crew. But if you're thinking about like an academy, I don't believe in academies if they are promising any certificates, because there is no certificates called cabin crew. So Rania, you're in Tunisia. Okay, there you go. It happened several times in Tunisia as well that people tried to go and then they had an issue that the job is not available anymore. What I would recommend is that if you're watching, if you went to the website through your mobile, try to go through the computer, or if you are in a computer, go through a mobile and change the browser as well, see how it goes. It happened several times during the past 2 months that the job disappeared but then appeared again. Yes, it's too loud. Okay, I put it down. Let me know if this is better for the music. And then acne scars with MS, is it acceptable? It depends on how severe is the scar and where is it located, and same for the acne, and goes for the recruiters to decide. But the rule of thumb is that you should have a clear skin altogether and there is no disturbance in the overall look, because you are going to be serving food to customers and you're going to be in a very close contact or proximity with them. So this is why. Okay, great. Jan, sir, is there a course? Okay, we answered that one. Okay, for everybody else, please, people who just came in now, let me know where are you watching us from? Where are you watching us from? In the meantime, I need to just swap this real quick. So we're flipping our mirror over here. Let me see if that worked. Okay, it didn't work yet, so just bear with me. Mirror flipped. Okay, mirror the video. We put the mirror off. Okay, bear with me. Yes, that's much better. So right now you could actually, I think this is going to, all right, this is gonna be a little bit better, I guess. Okay, so that's much better. Is the cabin crew interview difficult? This is not the right question, Tito. What the right question is, how can I prepare myself better and better and get more information? Everything is difficult for someone who's not ready in life, not just in cabin crew. Jan, I'm from Pakistan, but now I'm in Dubai. It's very good. You can apply in Dubai. You don't need to. You can just apply in Dubai. They're always doing invitations. They're always doing assessment days. With regards to the training, if this is what you're asking about, all my training programs are online where we use applications like Zoom and we start to work together. I train you to have a better assessment days, which gives us a really good thing. So shout out to one of my students today in Alexandria. She went all the way to the final interview and now we're waiting for the good news. Super happy for her. As you know, I don't announce the names. I always protect the privacy of my students. So, however, soon enough, we're gonna release a video with a protective screen on. Sudan, I'm from Sudan, now in Egypt. Very happy to have you with us. And Bipin, welcome back. Welcome back. Bipin, wow, what's happening? What do you like? Tell me. Jan, which course is necessary for cabin crew? If you're talking about my training programs up there, my training programs have different options. You have the main course, which I teach you everything from A to Z, so you will perform better in the assessment day. Okay, Kumba. Hi, sir. I want to become an air hostess. It was my dream since childhood. Okay, so do you know how to apply for a cabin crew? Do you know the minimum age and the requirements or not? If your answer in this question you don't know, then I would have to tell you that that was not your real dream. Because if it was your real dream, you should work for it and you should actually get all the information. However, if you know the answer and you know the minimum requirements, then what's stopping you? Go ahead and start to apply for the jobs. Sarah, I'm 155. They accept me? The minimum height is 160 centimeters. However, some airlines might accept under 160. You need to do your research online for that. F, I have customer service interviews. I don't understand your question when you say I have customer service interviews, so please be more specific. How can I contact with? You can, guys who would like to connect with me for any of my training programs, you can send me a message on Telegram. You need to have Telegram in order to contact me. You will find my Telegram link in the bio when you go to my TikTok. All right, so I just want to see who's here because we're starting to talk today about self-confidence. Amir, are you here? And we're just waiting for a few more minutes and then we're going to be talking about confidence, self-confidence. It's a very interesting topic and I will be challenging you today throughout the session. You're welcome. Anila, you're quite welcome. All right, so for everybody else over here, does anybody know what is self-confidence? Okay, let me change the music now. Just get something a little bit slow so we don't get disturbed as we speak. I'm gonna play something from Ghibli music, which is my favorite. If you're following me for some time, you know that I love Ghibli Studios. They do a amazing, really great job with the music. It's really beautiful in the background and it's really nice in animation music. Okay, there we go. That's really nice and easy. And let's start. So, what is confidence? What is confidence? Does anybody know what is confidence? I'm sure you know, but can you put it in words? Can you tell me what is confidence? Or can you give me an example? Lavender, please type in English. Please type in English. I'm not sure why you're typing in Arabic. Please only in English. We have 100% English live stream. Please do that. If there's a problem with you don't understand English or writing English, then in this case, you would not be able to be hired with the multinational airlines like Emirates, Etihad. However, if you do write in English, then please do instead of Arabic. F is saying, do you train for customer service interviews with Okay, first off, F, there is no company called Fly Emirates. Where did you hear this from? There is no company on planet Earth called Fly Emirates. It's called Emirates Airlines. Fly Emirates is a slogan. If you really need to pay attention to these things. But I do, yes, train for customer service and customer service agents with airline. I do that training as well. Okay, so Bipin, you accept, trust yourself, and confidence. Okay, so my question to you was, what is confidence? So we have Riham saying believing in ourselves, and Bipin saying that you accept and trust in yourself. This is confidence. What's your understanding? What is confidence? Self-confidence is how to express yourself and you know your worth and your ability. So, all right. So, Tahani Saad saying that you express yourself and that you know your worth and you know your value and your abilities. All right. What else? What else? Still self confidence. All right. Tell me, what's your understanding of self confidence? Tell me, tell me, tell me. Tell me. I'm waiting. Self awareness, confidence is self awareness. What else? What else? Tell me more about confidence. All right. Okay. Hi, Noor. Harold is saying confidence is belief that one can rely on you regarding something. Okay, let me rephrase it. What is your self confidence? So I would like you to talk about confidence in you. So if somebody's relying on you, is this what you're talking about? What about your own self confidence? What is that? Bipin added positive views of yourselves. And Lavender says, I respected the 3 months. Okay, so right now we are going to be talking to about the topic, and then we're going to take some of the questions a little bit later about the cabin crew. I'll just take Lavender tones because he was writing in Arabic, or she. I respected the 3 months and registered with the same CV, and it has been 3 days with no answer. Assessment after 4 days, I'm stressed. Okay, so here's what you tell me. You waited for 3 months to respect the period, but then you applied 7 days before the interview or assessment day. Couldn't you apply earlier? Sometimes when you apply at the last minute, there is delays. You can try to send them an email and tell them that you applied and you're waiting for an interview. You know, when they send you an automatic email, if you don't hear us from us from 72 hours, send us an email. Send that email. All right, guys, we're not going to take answers at the moment with regarding cabin crew. First, we're going to finish the topics, or at least in the middle, we're going to take a topic. We take a break from the topic and go back to it. So my question is, what is self-confidence? Sameh, hello coach, focusing on yourself and you know your worth and not getting distracted by others. Abira, not letting anybody to put you down, having positive mindset and energy and being proud of yourself. Okay. All right. So let me just, if this is confidence, then what is self-esteem? What's the difference between confidence and self-esteem? See, I told you I'm gonna be challenging you tonight. Noor, we're gonna take the questions of the cabin crew a little bit later. Sheila, hi Sheila, you're not too late. We just asked the first question today. We're discussing confidence, and the first question to me from me was, what is confidence? Tell me, what is confidence? And then, what is self-esteem? What's the difference between them? So Lenish saying self-trust, believing in qualities, improve yourself. Is this one? Which one is that? Self-esteem or confidence? Tones, Lavender Tones. Self-confidence is the belief that of your own abilities, qualities, and judgments. Hi, Amin, how are you? So what is self-esteem? You mean like what is confidence and what is self-esteem? Are they the same? So tell me, and I'm gonna be we're gonna be talking about this today. It's a very interesting topic, and we're gonna learn how we can actually enhance our confidence in everything in life, not just being in an interview, in general. So Lanish was saying about self-confidence is self-trust, believing in the qualities of yourself. So what is self-esteem then? Self-esteem is valuing yourself. Okay, what else? Any other takers? What is self-esteem? I mean, what's the difference? What's self-esteem versus confidence? Self-esteem is the belief that your own worth and capability. Well, I thought that this is some people were saying confidence is believing your self-worth. So which one is it? Lavender Tone, self-esteem is your overall sense of self-worth and value. Okay, I'm happy that we have a controversial topic for today, which is really good when we have different opinions, which it makes it really interesting. I like that. In the meantime, it would be great, guys, if you could tell me if everything okay with the music, if we have any problems with the music, if it's too loud or too short, too low, let me know. Okay, so Okay, so self-confidence is the belief that you're of your own abilities and judgment. All right. Thank you for confirming the music. All right. Let me tell you this. I'm waiting for Sheila because I know she's keen to for this live stream. So before I talk, I'm waiting for Sheila to give us her input on the difference between confidence and self-esteem. Lanish, self-esteem is confidence in one's own worth, abilities, and morals. Okay. Sheila, confidence, trusting yourself and capabilities. All right. So what about self-esteem? Okay, we're trying to get as well at the same time. We're trying also to stream on Facebook at the same time. We're just waiting for. I was waiting for the device to boot up. So, Sheila, what is self-esteem then? So, let's put it that way, guys. Remember when you were at school, for example, and you have a project or something that you're working on, and you know about the topic, so you are confident. So confidence, think about it as follows. Confidence comes from knowing about the topic or program or entity or experience that you are currently going through. For example, if you have a program if you are at school and you have a project that you need to do, the more you know about the topic and the information, the more confident you become. For example, if you're going if you're going for a fitness class for the first time, and you're still new because it's a new environment for you. At the first day, you don't know what's happening, where to stand, how to do the moves. The second day in the fitness class, you're getting more familiar, that you're starting to watch the trainer on the stage, and then the people around you, you're more comfortable, and then you're feeling easy. The third day or the third time you go to that fitness class, now you know one or two people. After 5-6 classes, when somebody else new comes in, you're gonna say, hey, come and join us. So there is so much confidence. So at the beginning, you were not comfortable because you were not aware or have that much experience in this environment where you are right now. And therefore, you were feeling that, oh, I'm still not sure about what's gonna happening, so your confidence level is low. That doesn't mean when our confidence level are low, it doesn't mean something wrong with us. It's just that we need to know more and to understand more, to absorb more in order for us to be better. However, when you're talking about self-esteem, as you said, let me first read Nika is saying, self-esteem is about how you feel about yourself as a whole. Very good. And confidence is about how you feel in a specific situation. Very good, Islam. Okay, so Islam is actually putting it in a nice way. Now, when we're talking about self-esteem, it's about you know, and you feeling good about who you are. So, for example, if you, I don't know, anybody plays guitar here? Anybody plays any instrument? Sorry guys, I just still have some cold. So let's say somebody plays guitar, somebody who plays guitar. So he's very confident on playing the guitar because he has that much of high self-esteem. I'm playing guitar really good. So at the moment, he knows that he plays guitar very good, so he has high self-esteem and he's confident in what he does. However, this person, for example, never played on a stage in front of 100 people. So I would take him, if I move him and put him on the stage and he is really not used to that, do you think which one is lower? Which one goes down? Is it the self-esteem or the confidence or both? Which one goes more, less? Well, when it comes to knowing knowing his stuff, which is the guitar, he has high self-esteem. But when it comes to speaking or going in public, the confidence is a little bit shaky, so the confidence drops down. So confidence, you would find that it's going to be somehow related to the environment, and how can you manage the changes or the factors. How are you doing with that? For example, I'm a motivational speaker. When I first started to go and speak on stage or to speak in front of people, at the beginning, when I used to talk in front of people, which is totally okay. Even when I would get invited for events, for example, I go and talk. I don't worry much. It was like invited for free. I go speak for free. But the moment I got money to get paid, when I started to get paid in order people hire me to go and speak for their company, for example, in front of the employees, that's a different ball game in my mind. So while I have really good self-esteem, I know what I'm talking about, I know how to speak, and I'm really powerful on stage. But I had a new variable. Even for someone like me who speaks on stage, I got a little bit some issues with confidence, because my worries were about like fear, which we're gonna talk about it later, because all of us has part of fears. These fears which shakes our confidence. My fear was I would not deliver good to the client. The client pay me money, and I need to make sure everybody's happy. So all these worries translated into somehow I'm not that confident that I'm going to be able to deliver that, while I'm already really good on stage and I know what I'm talking about. See the difference? So it's exactly what you said earlier. Islam put it in a nice way. Confidence is how you feel about a specific situation or environment or something happening around you. However, self-esteem is it's about how you feel about yourself. However, they could clash depending on the situation that you are in. Now the question is, how do we build confidence? So now that we explain the difference between them, and they are somehow connected, because the moment this guy who is really worried about talking, being on stage with the guitar, when the event is done and he goes back home to his friends or something, his self-esteem rockets high again, and then he's like, okay, I know what I'm doing, but that was an awkward situation. The next time he goes on stage again is going to be better and better, so his confidence starts to build. So my question to you, how do we build confidence? What's your strategy to build confidence? Confidence is the feeling of reassurance that you have in your own abilities and qualities. All right, good. So very good. So how do we reinforce this? How do we have more assurance in our own abilities and qualities? Because almost all of us agree now that confidence is that you have some sort of a belief or a good feeling about who you are and what you do in a specific situation. So how can we assure, how can we build our confidence? Mimi, welcome Mimi from Kuala Lumpur. Practice makes perfect. It builds confidence. Very good. Giving yourself a challenge. Okay, so let's start with Mimi. Mimi says, in order for us to build confidence, we need to practice. And this is good. See, the more you practice, the more you are ready. One of the big things that gets people really worried in all interviews, whether it's airline or a job interview or going on stage to speak or playing an instrument in front of people or learning something new in front of people, or it doesn't have to be in public, but I mean, if you are trying something new, we panic sometimes. So Mimi says practice makes perfect. Sameh says building confidence by knowing more about the topic, practice many times and do simulations. So Mimi and Sameh are speaking on the same page, is that you need to practice in order for you to go ahead and become better. Well, could you tell me a way? I mean, this is one of the ways, yes, one of the ways that is practicing. But how do we guarantee that when we are going into something new and we don't absolutely have no confidence about it, or we're really scared about it, how do we try to win? How can we feel better about it? Practicing. How do we practice in a way, what happens after practice? Okay, you practice. This is very good. But is there any other things that we can do to build our confidence other than practice? Anything else? Because practice is great. I agree with you, all of you. What else? Give me another point. How could we build our confidence? Practice is one of them, and it's very essential. You need to know your stuff. If you don't know your stuff, then ideally you're gonna be, you're not delivering very well, and you yourself, you know that you don't know the stuff very well, so it's not gonna be a great outcome. But what else? Accept failure as part of growth. Accepting failure and giving yourself a challenge, as Bipin said, this is one of the strategies that we can do. Accepting failures, yes, and accepting failures are part of growth. We spoke about it in the other live stream when we were talking about growth mindset. Growth mindset is that how you use what's happening around you for your favor in order to become better and always come on top. However, apart from failure, we want to stay on the positive side of action. So, what you said as well, I accept that. It's also good, Islam, very good strategy. But I want more. How could we build more confidence? We said practice accepting failure. What else? What else can we do in order for us to build our own confidence? How could we help ourselves to become better? Which we call it helping yourself for success, setting yourself for success. How could you set yourself for success? How do we do that? Okay, getting a positive feedback, like some validation and appreciation, would build confidence. Well, here is a challenge for you, Mimi. Getting a positive feedback, if we rely on the feedback, then we have a challenge here. First off, the person who's giving us feedback, they have to be qualified. Because if the person is not qualified and they give us a feedback and they give us a really bad feedback because they don't know how to give a feedback, then your confidence becomes worse than before you ask them. Second, sometimes we embark on things or experiences that are new, not only for us, but for the people around us. So how could we get feedback from someone who already haven't experienced this before? So your strategy here to build the confidence is good, but it doesn't work always. So think more. What else can we do to build our own confidence, guys? Trying to avoid comparing yourself to others. Well, trying to avoid comparing yourself to others is somehow also similar to that you are trying to set yourself for, learning from failure, which is still good. This is one of the dynamics, things that you can do. I need something more, give me more. What else can you do? How could you set yourself for success? What could you do? Take action despite of fear. Yeah, we're gonna talk about fear management soon. Focus on your strength. Okay, what else? Hi Yusra, we're talking about confidence and how can we better become confident. How can we build our confidence? Being kind to yourself. Well, being kind to yourself is like accepting that failures makes you stronger, which is don't go hard on yourself, which is okay. But right now I'm asking you here, right now, you are going to a scenario where you're already not sure about something. You're not confident. How else could you set yourself for success? All right, I'll give you a point from one point from my side. The point is called positive self-talk. And trust me, it's really important. It's really important. For example, one of the famous tennis players is called Serena Williams. Before she was doing her tennis matches, she's always giving herself positive affirmation. She talks positively to herself, between her and herself. You can do this. Whatever she says to herself was always positive. She talks to her like an internal dialogue. For example, you are going for an interview, whether it's airlines or customer service or whatsoever. You need to have this couple of minutes between you and yourself, and you can talk to yourself positively. Really, as you said, you're loving yourself or taking care of yourself, as Sheila says. You need to talk to yourself and believe that, hey, I'm capable. I can do this. I'm gonna crush it. I'm gonna be good at that. This can and will boost your self-confidence when you actually put your mind to it. Before I do my training, if I want to push hard on the gym training, and I love sports, if you know me for some time, then you know that I'm crazy about sports. So before I train, I talk to myself. I set the environment for myself to have a great workout. Sometimes it doesn't work, which is fine, but many times always works. Positive affirmations to yourself is not something to be just positive about things. Oh, life is gonna be great. Life is gonna be great. When you say life is gonna be great, it's different than you're actually believing that life is going to be great. There is a difference because your mind knows whether you're faking it or you're believing it. So if you're going there, so positive self-talk is going to help you big time when you're talking to yourself. See, all these little strategies, when you put them together, they become up a big ball, like a snowball. And the snowball, when you throw it from the mountain, it becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. XV, getting out of your comfort zone. One of the good strategies is actually getting out of your comfort zone, but not actually getting out of your comfort zone. You remove yourself out and you throw yourself in the out of comfort zone. But this is not for everybody. People who like take risks, you would find them actually doing that. You know, like I'm not gonna unwind about these things. I'm gonna throw myself in fire and see what happens. You know, my mentor always said this, and I loved this about him, Dave. He was saying, you know, you just jump and you grow wings on the way down. And I absolutely love this. And he actually taught me this the hard way. I was actually receptive to that anyway, but I loved it. When I first started to learn public speaking, and my mentor, which is another strategy we're going to talk about in another live stream, on how do we become the people that we want to be. How do we become the people that we want to be? What are the strategies that we can take and action we can do in order for us to become the best versions of where we want to be? So part of it's finding a mentor. Anyway, so my mentor to start to do public speaking, that was a very weird event. He called me, he's like, hey Hisham, he's an English guy. Yo Hisham, listen, we have a event coming for Samsung Worldwide beach soccer worldwide. I said, great. So he said, listen, I have a spot for you. I says, great. I was happy because it's an event, and he always calls me and we do events together, we make money and stuff. So he was saying, you're gonna be the Arabic announcer. I said, what? He said, you will be the Arabic announcer. I said, well, I do love sports, but I don't know anything about soccer. And that was real. I don't know anything about football or soccer when it comes to the rules and all these things. And he wants me to become the announcer for beach soccer worldwide by Samsung at the beach, where I'm going to be announcing in Arabic, where people are listening. He's going to be doing the entertainment, the DJ, and I'm going to do the Arabic, and somebody else going to do the English part. So I asked him, like, man, but I'm sorry, I don't think I can do it because I don't know anything about football. And the event was about 3 days. After 3 days, it was a last minute call. And then I told him, I don't know. He says, it's okay, learn. Just go learn. You still have 3 days. I said, man, I have 3 days to learn the rules of football, and I have no idea that. I don't think it's going to be possible. He says, why not? I says, what if I screw up? He says, what if you screw up? It's okay. They're not going to get us next year. They're not going to hire us again next year. See the attitude? Even him taking a chance on me. I was worried. Remember when I told you earlier, when I speak in public, for example, if company pay me money, and I'm always worried that I deliver something similar with him. And when I told him, like, what if I screw up? It doesn't work. He said, it's okay. But I know you will. And if it doesn't work, they're not going to bring us the next year. So, okay. And I've learned and I got it. So my point for that part is taking risks, getting yourself out of the comfort zone is not for everybody, but those who try this, they can get hit, but at the same time, they learn quicker. Next point, XSV. So the moment you are scared, just jump. Okay, the moment you are scared to jump, that's exactly when you jump. Remind us. Okay, remind me of this quote. Yes, which is exactly what XXV was saying, is that okay, this is what you're saying. The moment you are scared for jump. I learned that when I was in New Zealand for bungee jumping for the first time in my life. And if you know what is bungee jumping, is they tie your legs with a cord, and then you normally on a bridge, and you let you to jump so you can go down, and it pulls you up again. So I was in New Zealand on one of the flights when I was with Emirates cabin crew, and I wanted always to do bungee jumping. So we went to a bridge. We took a car. It was an organized event. We went there. We took a car. We went to the bridge, and the bungee jumping was happening. This is the metal bridge. This is where the cars are going, and under the cars, There's another level where you can walk, and from that level they do the jumping platform. And if you look down there, I don't know how many meters, I forgot, but it was damn far away. And you can see down there, there's a rocks, and a river. And down the river, there is a boat. And the boat is, if something went wrong, God forbid. It's just like, okay. And the trick is about jumping is that, sorry, Noor, you don't have to spam. Please don't spam the, please do not spam the live stream. We only speak in Arabic, sorry, in English. We don't speak in Arabic here. So type in English and I will answer when we take a break, because we're doing a topic now, learning topic. And then I'll be happy to answer the questions. So being on the New Zealand on the bridge and getting ready, the guy was strapping my legs, because you put your legs together. And then the thing is that they don't push you. They will not push you. They will never push you. They just took my weight to make sure that my weight was okay with the calculations of the cord. And then from there, hi Adir, welcome. And then you wait there and they tell you to jump. You're ready to jump. It was my first time to do bungee. I've seen a couple of people jumping just before me, and it was my turn. I had other crew with me. They didn't, I think 2 of them jumped and the rest were just watching. And when the guy says it's ready to jump, I did exactly that. I just jumped. I said, like, it's gotta be one of 2 things. Why the point to be worried about something? And then keep on waiting. Because if I'm gonna either jump or don't jump, just remove the gear and go back to the hotel. Or don't waste time. That was my internal conversation. And if things goes bad, worst scenario, there's water down there. And I did actually jump. And once you take the step, that was the part which all the logic that God created or the universe created goes to your mind until you don't jump. But once you leave the platform and you're in the air, we have zero control. You start to enjoy the fun. Not even a moment of being scared. And then you enjoy just going down, and then watching around you what's happening. And then when the jump is done, they pull you back again up. So I agree with what you said with regarding to jumping. However, again, you need to be, you need to really have your own strategy for that. So we were talking about self-goals, about self-talk, and about patting yourself on the shoulder, and you say like you're good for it. Now, another strategy to build your confidence would be setting small goals. Can somebody give me an example? If you set small goals, you will be able to achieve them. So you set yourself for success. I love this word, set yourself for success. You prepare yourself, you program the road in order for you to become successful. Can anybody give me an example of how would you set yourself for success by setting small goals so you can build your confidence? Aziz, I'm checking. You told me that you to check there. I'm checking. Okay, Aziz, I'll reply back when I'm done. I thought there's something. I'll reply back to you as soon as I'm done. So Shane, I had my assessment day today. Unfortunately, I failed the English test. Well, you did not pass the English test, but it's good that you went all the way. You just need now to work on your English and then try again. You can try again after 30 days, so you don't have to wait for the 1 month. When you fail or you fall in the English test, you can try again after 1 month. So can somebody tell me how could you set small goals in order for you to set yourself for success? Can give me an example if you understand. Ghadir is asking if Air Arabia is hiring Syrians. I'm not sure about the Syrian nationality, but what I would say is that you apply, and if they send you a message, then in this case, there's a good chance. The email says 3 months, yes, but when it comes to English language, you can do it after English test after 1 month. They should have been telling you this already, because they mentioned it before already to many other cabin crew who were applying for cabin crew. You could try again, but the thing is that you need to prepare your English tests. You need to work in the English. You cannot just go again without enhancing your language. Otherwise, what's the result? Is going to be the same. So after 1 month, if you really work, if you take a teaching lesson with an English teacher, for example, and practicing, or a training center, you can try to apply again. And once you go to the recruiter, just tell her, listen, I did not pass my English test and it was been 1 month, and can I go in? if this rule is still active, she will let you in. If the rule is changed, then she will tell you, I'm sorry, you have to wait for another 2 months. At least you're trying. XXV, like pushing yourself to read each day. Okay, so we were talking about how to set small goals, and XVI saying pushing yourself to read little bit every day. I agree with that. Very good. Hiduri, baby steps are really helpful, even if you try to smile when you wake up. I like this as well. You know, are you Hadil? Um, are you into mindfulness and spiritual? Yeah, even if you wake up in the morning, you try to smile, small smiles, even such small as that, is gonna enhance, overcome, and add more as you go forward. Example from Sheila: if you want to start working out and build muscles, you need to start by watching your diet daily. Very good. XSV, my name is Sarah, about confusing usernames. Yeah, but forgive me if the next live stream I don't remember the name, because I don't always, especially if you have different names with the username. I'm gonna call you XV until it's changed. All right, Sarah. Hadil, yes, something like that. Very good, Sarah. Hadil, very good. Sheila, a little run to raise your heartbeat and more. Very good. See, what Sheila says here is that you do a little run to raise your heartbeat more. So for example, yes, if you want to get fit, you start by walking maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes a day, and then a little bit more later, and a little bit more later. This is a much better approach than aiming to run a marathon immediately. Because you know, if you're gonna put yourself a huge goal, you don't work out and you wanna go for a city round, like even 2 kilometers run as a marathon, even if it's such a short marathon, you're setting yourself for failure, because you cannot do that easily. You're gonna strain yourself. However, when you do steps 10 minutes by 10 minutes or 10 minutes by 15 minutes and so on, you start to build up more and more and more. You know that if you are learning a new language, for example, if you learn 5 words per day and you keep on repeating them, and then the next day you get a new 5, and on the first 5 you keep practicing them, imagine after 1 month how much vocabulary would you have already. But if you say after 1 month I'm gonna be great and I'm gonna get all the books in my mind from now, it's not gonna work that easily. So you build up, and all this build up accumulates into a huge platform, so you become better. Now, facing fears. Somebody was talking about fears, which is another strategy to build our self-confidence. See, comfort zone and fears are somehow like cousins. One of the reasons comfort zone is called comfort zone, and you have to step out of the comfort zone, you have to think outside the box, you have to, I don't know, do this, do that. The whole idea, if we filter it, we find that there is somehow comfort zone is family related to fear. Fear is, what is fear? You tell me first. What is the definition of fear? I mean, we say like, okay, the fear, fear of doing something new, or fear of this. What is fear? Zeta, hi Zeta, welcome. Hajar, hello, good evening. Can I apply as a cabin crew when I still have another work permit on this? Yes, they will do for you. Once they approve you, they will tell you when to resign. So don't resign now, Hajar. You just apply, and after you pass the final interview and you get your golden call, then Emirates tell you do not resign yet. You keep on doing your job, and at some point Emirates will tell you you're ready to tell your employer that you're leaving, and then they will do visa adjustment for you. Fear keeps you in your comfort zone. Very good. So what is fear? What is the definition of fear? What is your definition of fear? Hi Noor. Give me some tips of learning English. Practice, 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 practice. Singing, 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 singing. Meeting more people. Put the music on. Start to talk. Start to sing, even if you don't understand the lyrics. Especially the old 80s, 70s, 60s, and 50s songs are amazing to learn English, because they're running slow. Sheikh Hassan, Shakib Hassan, hi and welcome. And Raccoon is just telling you, Noor, you need to get yourself a good teacher. Yes, quality teaching really makes a difference. When you invest in yourself, whether you're learning a language, whether you're learning going to the gym, it's crazy how people sometimes think they want to win while not having enough training. If you're going for a workout with a gym, I'm a fitness coach as well, by the way, but I don't train people now. I used to do that, but I don't do that anymore. But I love sports, as you know. If you go for the gym and you don't work out, if you go to the same gym that I go to and you try to train yourself, or if you have another version of you in a different reality and you go to the same gym where I train you physically, for example, after 1 month or 2 months, which version of you is gonna be much more advanced? The one you've done yourself while you're still new on this domain, or the one where I trained you? See, what Raccoon just said, Kati, when telling Noor about the language, you have to get yourself a good resource to learn, like a good teacher so you can understand the language better. So whether you're learning a new language or taking a course like mine to become better in have a better chances in the training with the assessment days with airlines or customer service, or going to the gym, or whatever thing you're trying to do, you can save light years by getting somebody who already there to try to guide you. This is called investing in your future, and it's not called spending your money. So what is fear? Fear is the feeling preparing you for the worst of happen. Well, I mean, one of the versions of fear is that you always, you use it to prepare for the worst could happen. Yes, but what is fear, guys? What's your understanding of fear? Raccoon, to have a teacher is not that expensive if you make it your priority. Another mindset here, which this is relates to our live stream, which we done about growth mindset, is that what Kati just said, Raccoon, she said to Noor, to have a teacher is not expensive if you think what you're doing is a priority, which is real. If you're serious about it, about learning the language, and if you make it your priority, then any amount of money you put inside, and money and time, it's investment for you because it's a priority, so it's not expensive. And this is growth mindset, where you actually invest in your own boundaries and future, And I see a lot of people here that they want to apply for the airline and keep asking, are the airline going to stop hiring soon? Well, guys, here is the news. If you keep on doing what you're doing, you're most likely going to get what you're getting normally, So what you need to do, take better strategy. You have to be aggressive. You have to really go forward. Don't wait. Some people say, I'll go and try. If I didn't work, then I'm going to go learn something new. Well, save your time, because if you miss the train, because there is so many happening now, recruitments happening everywhere. We were just doing the last live stream. We were talking about different recruitment, like hundreds of recruitments every month. Every couple of months, hundreds of recruitment events around the world. So a lot of people are getting hired. If you miss this chance, the chances becomes less. So you have to be serious about it, otherwise you lose it. And you have to wait, because unfortunately, when the hiring process slows down, getting in is harder. When the hiring process is really big, getting inside is easier, and this is the time. Zeta, so I'm asking everybody, what is fear? What is fear? Zeta saying, I dealt with fear during my life. Still, I was able to quit my comfort zone many times. This is good. So what is fear? Okay, you say I dealt with fear. I'm asking you, what is fear? Barry says afraid to make mistake. Okay, so one type of fear is being afraid to do mistakes. What else? What is fear? Try to switch everyday coffee at a coffee shop to study. Okay, Raccoon is saying to Noor again, switch everyday coffee to a coffee shop study.
I mean, money. It's the same.
Kati is saying you because
you're saving money.
If you are already spending coffee every day in a coffee shop, you can save this money and put it in a teacher or a training center to learn the language. So you're investing money. You're investing in yourself. So what is fear? Zeta saying fear is a state of mind that someone suffer. Okay. Sheila saying to Kati, Raccoon, I hope you had a beautiful day. Hassan, I love. I hope you love what you're seeing here. The live stream. because fear is not love, love is not fear. Right? Unless you love someone you're afraid. I don't know what you mean here, but okay. The fear is being judged. Yes, fear of being judged, but what is fear, guys? Again, I'm asking you, what is fear? Islam saying unpleasant feeling caused by anticipation or awareness of danger. Okay, but the unpleasant feeling is not always because of aware of danger, because you can still be afraid of something or fear something while this something is not dangerous. So what is fear? But you're close, Islam. Hadil, fear is a kind of a brain strategies to protect us as humans from losing extra energy. Well, if we're talking about primitive, our primate or primates or primitive mindset, then yes, fear is a protective mechanism, which is good. Which is actually, it's still not even. I mean, it started by yes, not to lose energy or lose life, but yes, it's a protective mechanism. Amir said, "Fear is something you're afraid of." Wow, you are the wise. You get the wisdom. The wisdom golden hat now, Amir. I mean, I'm asking you about fear, and you say fear is something you're afraid of. So, what is afraid? What does it mean being afraid of something? So, fear of doing a mistake. All right. So, see, guys, as some of you mentioned already, fear is a state of mind, because when something happens and we call it uncertainty, uncertainty sometimes equal a fear accelerator. So fear is a state of mind. It's like what you mentioned, Hadil, of like a protective mechanism. It's not always protective, unfortunately, but I can't find another word to explain protection, because sometimes it's a protective mechanism against things which are good to you. So how come fear is a protective mechanism while we are afraid of things that could be good for us? So how does this make sense? Because every one of us has their own formula, the way they're being built, the way our environments and our life experience, all of us is different. Even you and your brother and sister have different experiences, though you live at the same house, with the same parents, or the same family, with the same place, with the same country, with the same city, with the same apartment or villa or whatever. However, your experiences of life are different, because there are so many factors that happens. And all of this stuff makes your formula, your life formula, is different than anyone else. But all of us have experienced fear, but we experience fear in a different ways. Some people are afraid of something that other people are not, and the other way around. Same people could be afraid of other total different opposite things, which I'm sure you agree. So if we would say fear is a protective mechanism against things that your brain thinks it's not good for you. Doesn't have to be danger, but not good for you. Because the fear could be something, as Amir, when you said something about danger, which was Islam says anticipation of danger, but also you have danger, you have disappointment, and you have success. Yes, some people are afraid of success. And this relates to another live stream which we said, which is the imposter syndrome, which is a mental state where you think, did I get this job? Am I worth this job or this? Let's say you are at that level in your organization. And sometimes we have this imposter syndrome that we say like, all what I did came to me by luck. I'm not worth it. I don't think I can do this. However, if you look in the real thing under the hood, it's actually you. So that's another type of fear. And it touches into confidence and self-esteem. So the types of fear are various. A mental state, a protective mechanism, if you will, that protects you from something. But what protects me is different than you, different than her, because our life formula is different. So, scary persons are most ones exposed to danger and mistakes. Okay, I asked AI, she took so much time and reply, so I made it easy. Okay, smart ass. All right. Noor. Uh, okay, so afraid of success. Yes. So, Aziz, I did check the Telegram and I'm currently in the live stream. I did check your Telegram. I didn't find any updates from what you sent me. You're talking to me about the account. I can't answer right now. I don't think it's going to be a big issue until I finish the live stream a couple of hours later. So, I'll do that as soon as I'm done. Um, so, back to the point about fear. So, our fear is a protective mechanism that gets us to have cold feet or stop us sometimes from success because the way we built is different and the way we experience life is different. So how do we come about that? Do you remember do you remember Steve Jobs, Apple? Steve Jobs was known that he doesn't like to do public speaking on going on stage. At least he used to not to when he first started. And it was known that part of his routine is that he still just jumps in that fear. And of course, he uses the affirmations as we mentioned earlier, that he talks to yourself and he talks to himself. And he starts to build himself from inside. And from there, he starts to become better and better, or at least try to kill that part or that fear. For example, facing your fear can happen on two different ways, two main different ways. One of them step by step, which is, remember when we said setting yourself for success, you take small goals and you go slowly to build up. Same thing can go for fear, taking small steps to break that fear apart. Because every time you break apart, you gain confidence. You break the fear, you get confidence. Fear, less confidence, higher. Self-esteem gets higher until you realize that whatever was happening or whatever was holding you back was not real, or you overgrew it. Same things when it comes to fear is that taking small steps, like what Steve Jobs used to do. For example, let's say one of you would like to learn public speaking. How would you do this? Well, the very first step is to try to find yourself a strategy. For example, you know Toastmasters? Toastmasters is an international club where people join in order for them to start learning how to speak in public. So it is a systematic way to do this. So joining while you are afraid, you already know that you're afraid of speaking in public. That's a fear of public speaking. That's great, we agreed. Then, how do I conquer the fear? Taking small steps to chip all these ideas less and less, so you can win, which is little goals. So this goal has double edge to get you closer and to break the fear down. Joining a Toastmaster group will take you slowly into the environment or the community, and from there you start to do very small talks, like introducing yourself. And then the next time in the Toastmaster, they tell you to talk about an item, and they give you time. And then later on you talk about a bigger subject, and then you reach a point where you improvise, where you can go on stage and they tell you talk about this item, and then you have to talk without preparing. So imagine somebody from afraid of even talking in front of 3 people to immediately going on stage and talking about things that he still doesn't know what is the topic. How do you reach this? By setting small goals, building your self-talk. I'm good, I'm capable. Understanding that comfort zone is related or the cousin of fear, and therefore in order to defeat that, you need to take small steps to break it down by systematically moving forward. This is one of the ideas or steps that a few strategies that we can do, but there is more. You have another way, but let me get this messages. Sausuma, can I help you, Mr. Hisham? 3 times in the first group discussion. I'm from Tunisia. Yes, what you could do, that you can take one of my training programs, and we will take you from there. We'll let you know, understand everything. And which is a great thing, because one of my students today, she is amazing. And I'm super happy for her because she really worked hard. And she was in Alexandria, Egypt today, and she finished the final interview, and we're waiting for the news, the good news. I'm really happy for her. I will release the video later, and also we're waiting for the golden call. So this is amazing. This is a person who invested in herself and her mind and kept working hard. I suggest that you can do the same, Sona. If you've been there already 3 times and you're still falling from first group discussion, send us a message on Telegram. You will find the link in the bio. We always, before I take any students, I have 2 rules. I only take 2 students from every country. And the second rule, I always make sure that my students have a chance. If I think you have a bad English or something is not right with how you look in terms of scars or something, I will not take you as my student. One thing is I like to keep a good reputation. So I only take my students who have a good chance, because I would like to keep a good record as well for myself. That people comes with me, and this is why people just know me and they come in. And I like that. So therefore, if I feel that my student does not have the chance because there is some sort of limitation, I send them first to fix that limitation. I don't teach English language, and I have so many requests, but I don't do that. However, if somebody, for example, have a bad English or not so good, I just go first and then come back to me. So this is how I deal with my students. So I think, Sona, if you're serious about it, then and you really want this job, then in this case, I highly recommend one of my training programs up there. Send us a message on Telegram. We'll send you the details. Moving on. So we were talking about different topics that we're going to talk about, having a... we didn't go on Facebook. I'm just have the other screen over here. I did not do the stream on Facebook. All right, so... so we spoke about self-confidence, and we spoke about self-esteem and what's the difference between self-esteem and confidence. We said that's one of the strategy to build our self-confidence is number 1, positive self-talk. Love yourself. You talk to yourself about positive in a positive way. Setting small goals that you can achieve in order for you to build more. And then facing fears, jumping into the fire, but put some protective gear so you don't get burnt, which means small steps towards the fire, small steps, and you start to build courage and put more shield in order to go through it. And guess what? When you start to jump in that fire, finally, there is no fire. It is just an illusion. And then the 4th point now is that the body language. Much like talking to yourself and giving yourself good affirmation, like you trust yourself, I'm capable, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. Hi, Hinda, and welcome. We're talking about self-confidence today, and very happy to have you with us. So what we're saying about it is that much like you say yourself a good positive talks about to yourself, and you just give yourself good affirmations, you also have the body language, which means another tip for you. If you are going at any place, whether you're going to speak in public or going for an interview or going to talk to doing networking event, just by standing or sitting up straight, just like that, with a positive attitude, mindset, you automatically gained much more confidence without doing anything. So, for example, before you go into any event or anything that you want to do, just stand up with confidence, take a breath, just get yourself up. If you notice, all of you now, if you're sitting like this, all of you, 100% of all of you now, 100% will be sitting like this. I'm not saying like that, but just sitting like this, which means you're not having all the air in your lungs. But if you try now to take a full breath and fill up your lungs, try it with me now. I would like you to fill every cubic millimeter in your chest with air and see what happens to your chest and back and shoulders. Let's take a deep breath. 1, 2, 3. Now what happened to you guys? The moment you fill up your lungs with air, your spine and your back and everything is upright. You look like, like a rooster. You're not just doing that, but you're straight, steady, whether you're sitting or you're standing. And this posture by itself gives you confidence. So even by body language, you can draw more confidence and raise your overall feeling about yourself and about the situation where you're going to. And you can still use that, of course, in anything in life, not just interviews. We're talking about life skills today. Were you working in Emirates at 2016 back when okay, we don't, one of the things, Amir, you don't talk about, one of the things is like a religion in the aviation. You don't say the word bomb, crash, or anything at all. These words. This is like, you don't say that ever, which means we don't talk even about that. I don't want to talk about that even. You know, something you will learn when you fly. All right. Sheila, say exactly how I see it. So, all right. Another point which can also raise your confidence, which you can use. See, all these small things which sounds easy, you will be surprised that many people, including you, could probably do some of them, not all of them. Because everything that I told you right now, you already know. Everything that we spoke about today, you know. But you didn't know that you know. You didn't know that you know that when you put these things together, you have a better outcome. But you knew, but you didn't know that you know. You understand? It's a paradox. And this is why when you have good quality outcome and resources to try to absorb, you try to take the actions immediately. So all these small increments that we've done, while they sound very easy, a lot of people are only doing one or two of them at the same time. What if you do all of them together? Point number 5, preparation and practice. Barry is asking for my Telegram. Guys, active listening, what we're talking about. If you would like my Telegram and all my social media, everything is in the bio. Click the link in the bio in Telegram and click the link in my TikTok. It will open up a page. Click the red button to open up my small website, and there you will have my Telegram. Hinda, it's like your unconscious mind needs to trigger to come up. Your brain is always tricking you, yes. So, point number 5. To raise your confidence, which is preparation and practice. So, here is a good example for you. Let's say Amir. Amir, please remind me, what do you do for a living? Tell me, what is your job, Amir? What do you do for a living? I'm a student. Okay. Anybody here? Okay, you're a student. All right. So, do you play any games, Amir? Are you professional in any games like computer games or something? Tell me something that you're really good at. I'm waiting for the answer. I play football, not on computer though. Okay, so you play football. Very well. All right. So Amir, all right. So we have in the family, we have David, and David, Kathy's son. He is really good in basketball. Like really good in basketball. Now, if we got you and David to play together, do you think he is gonna beat you, or are you sure he's gonna beat you? He's really good in basketball, and you play football very well. So, needless to say, this is a rhetorical question. If you play with David, David will kick your ass because David practices, and he's really good at basketball. If I come and play football with you, you're probably gonna kick my ass because I don't play football. What makes you good? Because you're good about football. So, if I ask you now a question, if we do an interview with you on the TV, and you got the person and talking to you, you're gonna get my point in a second. If we do an interview now, and you're on like an online TV or something, or even TV, and they're talking to you about football, and they're talking to you about the rules of football, I am sure that you'll be able to answer probably all the questions and add your own insights about football. Am I correct or not? Kind of. Very good. So at least you will be able to answer questions about football since you are already playing football and you know the rules. However, if we ask you about something else, you would not. You probably would not. You probably know something roughly. If we talk about basketball or volleyball, you're probably going to answer a regular question. The difference between them is that when you practice and you prepare yourself, you become better. For example, Tom Hanks, the actor, even that he's an actor for a very long time, what he does is that before he goes on, does his roles or TV or movies, he practice a lot, and he was well known that he really practices a lot. Does this make him weak? No, he just refines his skill and becomes better and better and better. So, moving on, it's the same thing. Is like, for example, cooking. If you don't cook, you're not gonna start by inviting your friends to home while you will cook for them, because you have no idea. Probably you just need to know how to heat meals, and this is all you could do. If a person cannot cook, you is not gonna, naturally, a person who doesn't know how to cook will not invite his friends to come over to his house where he cooks, because he doesn't cook, he doesn't know how to cook. But if he starts to learn one or two recipes and make from these recipes like a small meal, he will start to invite some people. And the better he becomes a better cook, the more he can invite people. He is have more confidence in getting people in because he knows what he's doing. So it comes down to the very first point what we talk about, which is, if you know what you're talking about and you're really good at it, your confidence automatically goes to the roof. Your self-esteem goes to the roof. But this is the same story as the person who is really good with the guitar. A boy who is really good with the guitar, so he has high self-esteem, he has high confidence using the guitar. But if you take him and put him in front of the stage, he probably, if he is afraid of, if it's a new thing, you put 100 people in front of him or 1,000 people, he's gonna freak out, because he is not ready for that. And this takes a couple of things. Moving yourself with small increments into the unknown, because fear, as we said earlier, it's not knowing what's going to happen next, which is called uncertainty. Uncertainty can paralyze you. Unfortunately as well, uncertainty, even that nothing is happening, can still paralyze you and get you from getting a really good life. I'll give you an example. Mostly people, when they're trying to change their career or go to a new country or learning something new or going to a new experience, or they're good at something but they don't want to show it to the world because they think it's not good enough, most likely because all of these people are afraid of the uncertainty, not knowing what's going to happen next. They could miss out on a life-changing experience. How many times you had in your life that you were taking a decision, but you changed the decision at the last time, at the last minute, and you did the opposite of what you wanted to do? You were not comfortable, but then down the line you said, thank God I did this. If I didn't take this step, I would not be or do or feel or have this particular thing. I'm sure a lot of you can relate. But this is, why is this? Because your mind, as we said, protective mechanism, protecting you from uncertainty. But what we said earlier, all today, all these points to get better for self-confidence, you also have to help yourself with this point number 5, practice and preparation. You just don't dive into the unknown without, making sure you have enough gear. So you have to practice, but you have to jump as well, which is crazy. You don't know how much practice or how much preparation you need. And if you kept practicing, lots of people keep what they're doing. They stay at their place in life thinking. Have you ever heard someone says, oh, I'm gonna get that, I'm gonna open that shop, I'm gonna open that shop, I'm gonna have my own business, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and all what they do is talk without taking any actions. They are living in their own mentality. And when you ask him why you haven't done it yet, oh, I'm preparing. Not yet. I'm not ready. I don't know what's happening. Don't be this person, okay? At some point, you will have to say enough training and I'm gonna jump and see what happens on the other side. But also try not to jump without training at all. This is in life. We're not talking about interviews. We're not talking about, we're talking about everything. Shine. Hi, I just want to ask, why does visa gets cancelled during training? I don't know, Shane, what happened with your story, what your part. You're saying, why does visa gets cancelled? I don't know what's your situation. And with the way you ask the question, it means that it's happening a lot for a lot of people. I don't think this is the case. So I'm not sure because you did not give enough information. So I can't answer that. Habiba, what should I do? I want to go to the next one. Should I apply again or tell them to give me another invitation? I got my invitation this morning and I have my personal issue. I want to get next assessment day. If you have your personal issues, you send them back an email, say, I'm sorry, I'll not be able to attend. Kindly include me in the next assessment day. And then that's it. On the next assessment day, you send another email to them and try to apply on the next assessment day. And then you go there and hopefully you get an invitation. I mean, if your assessment day, like let's say you can go tomorrow, and then in the same city you have another, or the same country you have another assessment day after a couple of days, and you can attend that one. What I would highly suggest is that you email them, tell them I'm not going to be able to do the assessment day, let's say on the 15th, but I can do on the 19th. So wait for them to adjust it for you. If they don't reply, I would suggest that you take a screenshot of that invitation. Go to the second assessment day, which is happening after a few days. Show the recruiter early morning. Tell her, listen, I could not attend the assessment day on the 15th. I had some issues and I sent an email to the company, but they did not reply back. But I still have my 15th invitation. Can you please allow me in? This is what I would do if I were you. Kumba, what is the difference between cable crew and air hostess? You mean cabin crew and air hostess? Cabin crew are air hostesses. That's the same thing. Cabin crew, air hostess, flight attendant, they are the same. Can you please tell the standards of Emirates? I don't know what is your question. What do you mean standards of Emirates? If you're talking about the minimum requirements or what exactly? Guys, please be specific in what you're saying. Standards in service or standards in customer service or standards in recruitment, or what exactly are you talking about? Please just answer in details. Be yourself. Hi, hello. The other assessment day on the 29th and the next one is on December. So you can send them an email and then, okay, so you will not be able on the 29th. So the one which you are going to be ready for, send them an email and do what I told you. I hope that works with you. Okay, so there is one more thing about self-confidence, which is maintaining self-confidence. How do we maintain our self-confidence? Such a cute Santa Hisham. Yeah, this is Santa Hisham. He has presents for everybody who is signing up my course. Everybody who's taking the course are getting something, getting a present. Yeah. So for those of you who would like to share to join my training programs, I highly recommend that you take my courses. If you are serious about becoming a cabin crew, don't waste time. Don't keep on trying to get all the information outside. It's great. I'm giving a lot of information already, but believe me, the training is customized for you, so you have better chances, and you will see. Anyway, so yeah, this is Santa Hasham. All right, so Be Raccoon, no, I did not notice that. You haven't mentioned that? Are you kidding me? Have you noticed the Santa guy over here or not? Nobody said, nobody. Seriously, you haven't seen that, man? So I don't know, that was like, he's very focused that he could not, maybe I should just put it down there, like for in front of everybody so they cannot type. Okay, so let's just go Mr. Santa. There we go. Superstar. There we go. Okay, you have no excuse now, so we have it everywhere with our TikTok stuff. It needs to go up a little bit more. There we go. Okay, so all right, let me just go back here again. Okay, so another thing to maintain confidence. How do we maintain our confidence? So now that we learned all these steps to become better and increase our confidence, and we know all these couple of small tricks, how do we maintain our confidence? How do we make sure that our confidence doesn't go down? Has anybody any idea how to maintain your confidence? I mean, we've learned all these things now and you've done them. And you're becoming better and better and more strong, starting from even the breath and the way you sit, the way you talk, the small goals, breaking the fear, having a good understanding of what you're doing and practicing. This is all great. Now, how do we maintain this so it doesn't fall down? Can anybody tell me a strategy for that? In the meantime, I got rejection in October and I make new application for the next month. Well, Ashraf, guys, what drives me crazy is that people keep on want to just go for the interview thinking, oh my God, it didn't go now, I'm gonna go the next time. We've seen people going 6-7 times to the interview. Why do you think they're not chosen? Because they are not working on themselves. They don't know what happened. So Ashraf, all the best. Yeah, you can do that. You can make a new application and all the best with that. Close the other one, but you need to work on yourself. Miriam, okay, so are you talking to each other? Very good. One go. I'm new here. Does your course have a certificate? No, I don't believe in certificates, and my course does not have a certificate. And guess what? My course does not guarantee that you're going to become a cabin crew. So, can you believe that? And people are taking the course? How is this possible? You're asking me if my course has a certificate. Well, my course doesn't have a certificate. My course is very expensive, and my course does not guarantee that you're going to become a cabin crew. But people are still taking it. How is this possible? All right, let's move on. Nice design, coach. Thank you. Yeah, getting ready for the festive season. All right, so my question is, how do we maintain our confidence? By being the best version of ourselves. Okay, yes, but you are trying to become the best version of yourself by doing all what we agreed on. But how do you maintain that? Okay, I'm 30 years old. Can I apply as a cabin crew job? Alicia, the moment we cross 30 and above, chances becomes less. But if you're serious about the job, you need to immediately apply because, the younger you are, the better. Sheila, so maintaining our confidence by staying committed, for example, in your goals. Well, yes, that I agree with that. But how could we how could we set ourselves for success to keep our maintenance system running that we built so far remains? Develop myself and update knowledge. Well, this is all good. Okay, so I'll tell you, make it easy because I know this is a little bit of a undefined question. Well, you're going to need to surround yourself with positivity, which means you need to have the right support system. Support system means the people around you. Those people who believes in you or believe that you can do it. Oprah, right? Oprah, she was always believing that the people around you are the ones who are always giving you that boost and that helping you to have that boost always there, especially if you're feeling a little bit out of juice. Having somebody who believes in you, whether or like at least have the same mindset, success mindset, growth mindset, you're thinking the same way, no negativity crap, you need these people around you. Believe it or not, and here is the kicker, for most people, unfortunately, it's not their family. And we're going to talk about the family. That family needs another whole live stream by itself, but I'll touch up on that in a minute. However, your support system are those people, and explain why not the family. But so support system means you need to have people around you who pushes you forward, believes in you. And when you feel a little bit down, they pick you up. People who's not gonna tell you, oh, don't cry, Habibti, you're gonna be okay, next time you're gonna get the interview, don't worry, they're bad. You don't need those people. You need somebody who kick you on your butt and tell you keep on moving forward. Because believe it or not, the victim mentality, which is another live stream we should have all together, which is the victim mentality, feeling that what happened to you is not fair, this stuff doesn't get you far away. Because guess what? It's not just you. There is billions of people everywhere. What makes you different than anybody else? There's other people who have worse life standards than you are. Why is it just you has to be entitled for all of this? So you have to suck it in and keep on moving forward. So you need those friends who's gonna push with you. That's a good support system. Now I'll tell you about the family, but let me read this. Keep learning, and Islam is regularly remind yourself of your talents and the past success. Yes, Miriam. If we know well the duties, we should answer the probably because okay. If we know well the duties, we should answer properly because we know that would understand their needs. Yes, that was the part where you know what you're talking about. Yes. We would work on making the best versions of ourselves designed for the job. We're not talking about job, we're talking about everything about life, Mariam. Not just today's topic is about life skills, not about the job itself. What are your course I'd like to join? My course is about how to help people to understand the cabin crew assessment days and perform better. So we mentioned that's a system that you need to have a support system. Why is family are not always good as a good support system? See, family, your parents, family, whatever you're living with, always wants the best for you. And unfortunately, and even that needs another topic of live streams, times which are changing. Unfortunately, your family, there's nothing wrong with them. But your family's fears are really great. And your family's fears, as we mentioned, our fears are different because we have different life formula. And your family have a different life formula as well. Not just your brother and sister, even your family, your parents. And they try to protect you all their life. So when you're trying to do something new, especially that they don't understand, like for example, becoming cabin crew, I've seen this a lot, or traveling to a new place, or doing something crazy, not even going for a job, or finding imagine that you go to your family and said, I'm going to be working on a lobster ship in Canada, where we gonna fish lobster in seas that goes up and down, and it's a very dangerous job, but we gonna get paid well, and I'm gonna be always on the boat at night, even in the storms. Do you think family will say yes? Family will be freaked out. Why? Because what they heard from all this conversation, danger, 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 far away, I will miss him, I'll miss her, it's super, we don't know what's happening, no control. So they're gonna stop you. So the reason they're going to stop you is because they don't understand. It's a different language for them. It's like cabin crew. It's a different language for a lot of families. Oh my God, you're gonna be traveling the world and you're gonna be do that. I don't know. The world is unsafe, or you're gonna have boys and girls. What's gonna happen? So, because it's a different language. So when you're trying to talk to them, and like I said this to many of my students before, but some of my students actually had the issues. If anybody, parents have issues for them to become cabin crew, let them come to the live stream and I'll be more than happy to talk to them. You know, I talk to sometimes to family of my students. Sometimes it happens, a couple of times I did that, because people don't understand. If you don't understand, that means you don't know. If you don't know, that means uncertainty. Uncertainty equals fear. Fear equals paralyzed or breaks or stay inside the comfort zone and create another comfort zone and jump inside it and then close the lid and sleep. So how do we do this? You know, why is family? What will we do with the family? You know, Mariam is saying, I think those who lose confidence know well that they lack requirements. Not really. Actually, not really. Not in all cases, Mariam. Because a lot of people are really good. Like, for example, the same example we gave earlier. You have a guy who plays guitar. a boy, for example, he plays guitar really, really good and he's talented. Put him on the stage. He's gonna freak out if there is 1,000 people waiting, watching him. Why? Does he doesn't have the requirements to play guitar? Well, he is really good. Excuse me. So no, so those who lose confidence, it's not about the requirements. It's about the environment, not just the requirement. Requirements is one of them, one of the elements, but there's other elements. If they meet, if they meet it and know, reminding themselves about it, make them confident again. Yes, but then again, we need to take small steps towards uncertainty and moving, like jumping, doing the bungee jump that I did, for example. You need to do your own bungee jump in life. Now, why family? One of the biggest obstacles that is for your life, especially now. Here's the deal. We spoke about different languages, right? That your family doesn't understand what is cabin crew or what is being on a fishing lobster with metal cages in Canada, overseas, on the high seas and the storms. Because for them, it's a total different planet. You know? So, family is trying to protect you. And unfortunately, their experience is expired. Which means, see, the word experience means you are experienced with something, which means you have done it few times, so you became experienced, so you have that experience. But guess what? This experience is something in the past, which is if it's a little bit in the far past, far distance in the past, most likely it's expired and does not apply today in a lot of cases. Do you understand? Like for example, if we talk about technology, 10 years ago, somebody who is really experienced with technology, with programming, 3 years ago, if somebody's experienced in programming and they didn't program and they stopped programming and they come today with the AI world, they're gonna struggle. Imagine that your family experience comes from their experience, which happened years and years and years and years ago, where there was no AI, no social media, life is different, and their programming is built on a software that's a little bit old. Now bring the software here, it's not gonna work. It's like bringing a black and white TV and expecting it to get color or connect it to 5G network and put a mobile inside and stuff. It doesn't work. It's like having an old Nokia which just started and trying to get, you know, these old Nokias, like, you know, it doesn't have black and white screens, and try to get it to have a software. Does this mean that our family experience is crap? No, not at all. I'm not undermining any family's experience. I'm just letting you know that their understanding has a big contrast than yours, because their experience comes from the far distant past. Your experience comes from the near distant past, because you're just new. You're just new on this planet. You're probably, 30 years old, 25, 21, 35, but your parents are older, or family members. So it doesn't always qualify. So expect some resistance. But my point here about confidence, to go back to this point about the family, surrounding yourself with the correct supporting system, which people push you forward. Sometimes it's not family, because family do not know sometimes that you have the limits, because they don't understand everything around you, because not all the families are updated with what's happening around this world. I'm not talking about just technology, life, or the dynamics of the current world. So what do we do with the family who are already against us? Let me take some questions. For me, my parents are biggest supporters ever. It's really good to have family members that advanced a little, like they have a forward thinking, that they actually support us. This is really good. Some other families, even by the way, with the old experienced, like Kathy, not that, not the old. I mean, like some parents who are really have their experience way in the past, still have this awareness. Remember, we talked on the last live stream about the word that I love, awareness. To be aware of something doesn't mean that you have to have that experience. You just have to have the switched on buttons correctly in order for you to absorb and be ready for more. So some parents are like this, which is amazing. If your parents are like this, you're in luck, because those parents or those type of parents do not expire when it comes to mentally, when it comes to understanding, going for new crazy adventures. So, but not everybody has supportive family, because family loves you. They don't understand. They just worried that you're gonna get hurt or disappointed. Disappointed is a big word, because for you, it's okay if I don't go to the interview, I'm gonna get disappointed, no problem. But your family says, no, no, don't go again, because they're afraid that you're gonna get disappointed, afraid for you to get disappointed, while you don't care, you want to do it anyway. So you have to have this conversation with the family, and that's for another topic. Moving on. What's this long? Okay. Is it normal Etihad Airways this long? Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Amir, for calling Basmala, because Asmala, nobody understands what you're saying, because you're just saying this long. What do you mean this long? And this is comes to communication. Basmala, you need to enhance your communication, because when you talk about something, people cannot read your mind. And this is for you. I'm talking. I should do another session about communication, by the way, because a lot of people, I don't know, when you look about it, is it normal that it had to take this long after the last interview email, which nobody understand how long is how long. So anyway, 1 month till now. Yes, takes a month. Yes, they take more than 1 month sometimes. Sheila, I'm grateful because with my family, as long as you explain and you promise to keep in touch, they're okay. That's really good. It's really good to have a family that they can support that. Our topics for today were about maintenance and self-care. Um, I need the okay. Okay.
So they haven't seen the dinosaurs.
No, they haven't seen the dinosaurs. Yeah. We were talking about Katy, that most of the attendants are 21, 20, or 23, so you haven't seen the old stuff like that, dinosaurs, like I was talking about the Nokia stuff. But I'm sure you've seen somewhere. I'm sure you've seen the old movies, this phone which does rotary phone and all this stuff. Uh, so another point to for maintenance is that you need to reflect on your achievements. Remember, a few live streams ago, we talked about the imposter syndrome, where people think that they're not worthy, or they got to this level by luck, or they don't deserve to be better, or am I good enough to do this? Oh, I cannot believe this, I don't trust myself, and all this destructive self talk. This is called the imposter syndrome in a nutshell. Sometimes we have this, but in order to kill that and also build and maintain our confidence, is that we need to reflect and remember what we've done in our life. What is the good things that you've done? Remember a few live streams back when we were talking about growth mindset, and I told you about my story when I went to Lebanon and I was gonna speak in front of a huge company, international company. I was so scared, and my the person that he was helping me at that time, he bailed out on me, and I was afraid that I'm not going to be able to deliver the speech, because all of them were old people and big company, and I didn't have that faith in myself. I told you that my trick that time, I couldn't, nobody's helping me, so I opened my YouTube channel and I watched my own motivational videos, and it helped me. What I did back then gives me courage to see that I did a lot of stuff in my life, that I'm good enough to be able to deliver a really good presentation for 4 hours in Lebanon. And actually, I managed to kill it, and at the end, everybody was dancing. What helped me is the strategy I'm telling you now, which is reflecting on your achievements, remembering what you've done, and give time to appreciate it. I've done this, I've done that, I've done this. I am good enough. It reflects back to the point where you said the self-talk. Remembering what you've done helps you to boost and maintain your confidence. You understand? So Okay, let me just get these questions. Benicia, is it okay if Etihad Airways did not answer my video assessment in 1 month? Well, they are a bit slow. They are slow. You can send them an email and see what happens. Sam, in my last experience, should I be worked as a customer service? No, not really. But you try to write your experiences in a smart way that always reflects customer service somehow in the other experiences and the responsibilities. If you want us to help you with the CV, we have a CV service where it's a paid service where we write you a professional CV with keywords. We change everything in the CV. We do it in the proper way. Um, Binecha, okay, we answered that one. Noor, is it true that if we go without invitation, as they would ban us to be blacklisted? No. Noor, here's a really advice for you: stay away from garbage Facebook groups. Is it okay? I answered that one. Raccoon, is it really blasphemy? Okay, okay. Again, Benicia, please, guys, don't spam the live stream. Please, please, please. Okay. Mimi, I applied with EK from phone number that does not receive international calls. How can I fix this? You don't need to fix that because Emirates will does not receive. Wow. The so let me see this. So your phone number does not receive international calls. Okay, you have two ways to do this. One way is to. All right, 1 second. Okay, first thing is that you talk to your provider, your service provider, and see if you can upgrade the phone number to allow international calls to go through. Number two, go to your application on, if you don't want to do this and you want to change your number altogether, go to you go to your application on Emirates, change your contact details, and also change it on the CV. Send them also an email, let them know there is a number update. However, if you just applied and you're still getting an invitation, your first invitation will always come through an email, not a call, because this is an invitation. They don't call you for an invitation unless you are in Europe. I've seen so far. I've seen all the other countries that I'm experienced with, they don't call them, except in Europe, they call on the phone. However, the phone call is not that important at the beginning. The phone call is very important when you are at the interview, because when you reach the final, you need to have a contact number. So you have two choices what you could do now. Number one, leave everything as it is. Once you get an invitation, you get it by email, and then when you reach the interview, you let them know I have a mobile number update, so they will update it for you. Or you can just log into Emirates now and go update your details on the profile and in the CV with the new number. If you cannot upgrade your phone number, which is the third option, upgrade your phone number into a plan where it accepts international calls. So it's not a big deal because you're still at the beginning. Okay, should I send them an email? Yes. Mimi. Okay, I answered Mimi already. Sam, I speak a language other than English. I speak a language other than English. Will they test my language? No, they won't. I already got invitation. Okay, you got it already. Then that's it, Mimi. You can just go again and apply. Upload. Oh yeah, you have on the 29th, right? You need to upload your profile, update your profile and the CV online, and then you're gonna go to the invitation anyway. And when you're there, you let them know that there is an update with a new number. This is if you cannot switch your phone into one. Upgrade your number into the one which accepts. Noor, it's with invite only, so this is why I did not get the invitation. But in the website, it's on reviews. You mean it's under review? I'm missing. So I'm missing something here, Nora. Frida, is the live timing the same every day? No, not really. Today I did a few hours early. I did an announcement on my TikTok. So what I would do is just, if you become, there is a link where you can click becoming a member. If you join. If you click the red button, you become a member. Then you get updates. As far as I know, with TikTok, they give you more updates, notifications. However, before I go live, I try to announce it on Facebook. On TikTok stories. I also have a Telegram group which I always mention to update. Like I would always update and tell the Telegram group that I am going live. It's good to join my Telegram group. It has over 600 people, or maybe now around 700, where people actually, when we have any information or any questions, people ask there with regards to the applications and what's not. But anyway, to answer your question, no, it's not at the same time every day, depending on my availability, because I travel a lot and I have so much training that I do around the world, so no, I cannot have a specific timing. Does Etihad have different hiring process? Yes, it does. Etihad, you start first by doing the video introduction, and then after that you send them the email. They send you back, tell you thank you very much for the video, you're accepted. Then you wait for them to send you the invitation timing, and then you need to book the timing, and after you book the timing, then you go for the physical interview. When you go to the physical interview, sometimes you go for the arm reach and the weight and all this grooming stuff, and then they could take you one-to-one immediately and then do group activities, or the other way around, and then final interview, and also a long English test. Sam, so if I know Korean, for example, I'm not good at it. Yes, write it in the CV that you are beginner at Korean. Okay, so the last part, guys, with maintaining our confidence and helping us to practice is the visualization. You know, the Olympic player and the NBA, it have been some tests on Olympic players and NBA players, basketball players, that like documentaries and tests that when they, and I think it was also with Michael Jordan, that when they practice visualizing shooting the ball at the hoop, they have higher success rate in real life. When an Olympic player practices that he's winning in the game, whether it's swimming, jumping, whatever, when they visually thinking about it, seeing themselves doing the action, visualizing mentally, they have higher success rate than others who didn't. So visualizing yourself doing the things that you're currently doing will help you become better and live this reality. You bring the reality to life. You pull in the reality in front of your eyes, and this becomes you. So when you couple that with the affirmation as like, I'm capable, I'm good, I can do it, and you actually talk yourself through this, you have better chances. One of the other things that you could do is a confidence journal, which is a list or a small notes or a book or something where you can write down 3 things that you've done every day that actually made you feel better about yourself and feel more confident. Like 3 things you've done every day that boost your confidence, and you write it down. When you start to write things down, you create a neurological connection between your hands and brain and thinking, and therefore it becomes better in the way we embed information and activities and habits and mental setups in our brain and mind together. So that's another thing that you actually can do. Maybe get some questions. Okay, I do that. I have a journal where I write what I'm grateful for each day. See, the gratitude journal is amazing approach to be spiritual. To be honest, I haven't done this in a long time about the gratitude journal. I should get back to that, so thanks for that reminder, Amir. The gratitude, this is even, it needs to have its own subtopic. But anyway, in a nutshell, a gratitude or a being grateful journal is that when you start your day and you end your day with things, a number of things, whether you put yourself the number 10 things, 20, 30 things that you're grateful for. When you start and when you finish your day, and you write it down, and you actually write it down. And it's always better to write by hand and pen rather than text, because when you're writing with hands and pen, this neuro connections that happens, it embeds things. I don't know how to explain it. You will see for yourself. It has much better effect. I'm in love with the pen and paper. I like to use them. So you do that, and you put what you're grateful for is going to help you to have better setup for your daily routines and life. However, when it comes to confidence, having a successful or confidence journal, which allows you, you could write down the things, like 3 things per day that you've done that boost your confidence, and you keep writing, 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 writing. Imagine in a week time how would you feel altogether, because you are doing that. Now, another thing that would help you maintain your confidence, and another example, is that the role models, like um, role model is someone you look at or you look up to, or as an example. A role model is always good because it gives us confidence and boost our self-esteem. How many times you watch a movie and you find, because even there's movies, I mean, the practical term is called underdog or underdogs. Underdogs is a term where you like, sometimes you find like a dancing, the dance movies where they do dance battles. Like I have a few names that I love it. I love these movies. I don't remember the names, but anyway, you have teams who are going to do hip hop or dancing and dance battles, and then they keep on going through the ranks in order to win the big prize. And you have this small team, nobody heard of, they don't have the money, they don't have anything, and they start to practice, and these are the underdogs, which people who are less privileged. Even for movies like sports like basketballs, for example, they have this team who nobody knows anything about them. They don't even have money for the uniform, so they really, but they're working hard on themselves, and then they start to beat other teams and go up and up and up. So this is called an underdog. Underdog is someone who is less privileged, and they're trying to push themselves to have better chances of life. So one of the strategies to maintain and push yourself as an activity when it comes to self-confidence is role models. Think of somebody that you know or you know of who already failed. He failed a lot, but they kept going, and eventually they succeeded with flying colors. I'm sure you know someone, or at least you heard of someone, or you saw something on TV. Somebody who is against all the odds, keep failing, 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 but then they kept going at it, and then they just exploded with success. When you see this, when you start to think about the first part where nobody sees that they're winning, even sometimes themselves, and about to lose the hope, but you keep on pushing. And then the different mindset or different person after succeeding, you don't lose hope, you actually build more power. And it's the same concept of surrounding yourself, because those people who were losing, I'm sure they had a good support system, and they done everything we're talking about to keep on pushing forward. So being a role model thinking is a good strategy for you to have better outcome. Islam, thank you for joining us. Islam Niga. Sometimes I push me to do things that I can write about each day. Yes, this sometimes, yeah, this is really good, Amir. Hadil, I used to do that, and I write down things from deep in my subconscious. Connecting with your subconscious, that's another strategy, which is a little bit different than gratitude and a little bit different than success journals, is that when you have an open mind, which is, you do a brain dump. The brain dump is that when you have your pen and paper, and you're just throwing everything to the paper to try to put everything. Sometimes it's in a different topic, in one topic. Sometimes it's scattered everywhere. But it's a good exercise as well. How do you feel, Hadil, when you do this brain dump? How does it make you feel? Do you have a certain topic that you find talking about in your subconscious mind, or you write unrelated things? And how do you feel after you do that? Sunflower, same with her. It's a sign. Yesterday I thought about this topic, then I said no, it's not meant for me. Which topic, and what is it that was not meant for you? So it's good. So sometimes if we have something that we're feeling towards, with we all move with energy. There is something called intention. The word intention is another word that I really like. When you have an intention, intention comes from your spirit, from deep inside. We even need to talk about this at some other live stream. Your intentions are your it's not even a compass, it's something stronger. Like the intention is an action itself. You can put it as an action, you can think about it as the next step after thinking. So it depends on your intentions how you move forward towards things. Like for example, you mentioned that there is something that's not meant to be, and this is a sign about cabin crew course. But the thing here, let me put this for you. Being in the right place at the right time is part or outcome or a byproduct of your intention. You are intending something about your life, and it doesn't have to be this immediate part, something that you're going towards. So when you have this internal faith, the compass starts to work. So it puts people in front of you, or puts you in front of other people, that things aligns in a different way. But this doesn't mean you will reach where you currently see, because you can actually find that you are somewhere else even better. But having said that, relying on a sign to take a cabin crew course is not good enough. Because if you see this as a sign, then you come and sign for us, pay the money, and start the course. Well, from a business point of view, this is great. You paid the money, you're getting a service. But from an outcome point of view, you cannot just rely on the coincidence that you didn't explain it, it happens, because it's not enough. You have to want it. You have to really feel that, okay, I want this course and I am gonna work at it, not just, I'm in the right place at the right time, because that's not enough. You have to be in the right place at the right time and take the correct necessary actions in order to have a good outcome. You understand? So a good start is to feel good about things, because if you're not feeling good about steps that you're doing, then either you don't see the full picture, or something is really not right, or something you're not aware of. But if you're feeling good about things and you think that this is your goal, then in this case you need to charge and go directly for it, but you have to take it seriously. It's like, people who go to the gym and they say, I'm feeling it, and then they go buy a 1-year membership, and then they don't go to the gym except a few times. They had a good feeling, I'm in the right place, this is somebody else, my friends are there, but they didn't take necessary actions in order for them to be better. So what did they do? Nothing. So for that, I tell you, that's a good sign, I'm happy for that. But you really need to feel it from inside, because when you feel it from inside, it becomes your catalyst. You're in the right place, the right time, and you have to be the right person for it, so you can just charge and get it done. If you would like to connect with us to apply to take the course, you can send us a message on Telegram. You will find the link to my Telegram in the TikTok bio. All right, so today topic was very interesting. We've been talking about self-confidence for about 2 hours and 13 minutes so far, and we took some questions here and there. I love doing these teachings every now and then. I'm from Egypt, Some. I really love talk about self-development and talk about practices and things from experience, and try to elevate knowledge base for people. It's something dear to me, and I hope you managed to have some good value from today's session. Next time we're going to be either talking about strictly cabin crew, or we're going to be doing another topic to learn something new. In the meantime, it would be great that you guys could share this live stream, my TikTok account. You can share it on different groups. That would be good. Kathy, by the way, Kathy, can you send us some hearts or flowers? I want to tag your account before we go. Kathy says, to buy a year membership and not going the same as to buy a syrup for... Oh, you're funny. Yeah, Kathy's taking the piss. Kathy's saying, to buy a membership and not going to the gym is same as buying a cough syrup when you have a cold and don't drink it. It's because I've been coughing, for the past couple of days. I had a cold and I've been coughing, so we bought the cough syrup and I haven't even opened it. And she was telling me now what's gonna happen now. I said, oh, I bought it. That was the intention, so I'm sure it's gonna work. All right, Kathy, send us some hearts, please, because I can tell people before everybody goes about your account. Should have been doing this in the middle where we had a lot of people. Was Hisham your first gym trainer, Kathy? No, Kathy was doing dancing. Kathy was doing a lot of stuff. Okay, guys, we are building Kathy's TikTok. So I just pinned her comment. She has like these hearts. Be a raccoon, the three circle smiley faces. Please follow her account. We are growing her account on TikTok, so please follow her account. Still empty, but we want you there because we're gonna release things soon. Adil, that's really a great lesson. Thank you so much for the efforts and the valuable information. You're quite welcome, Adil. All right, so our lovely people, 2 weeks, Sulaiman is okay. 2 weeks is too short time. Tihad takes a long time. Kathy is into sports since 3 years old, since before I know her. All right, guys. Thank you once again for the live stream. I'm gonna see you again. It would be great that if you can share my TikTok account with other people, especially if you are in Facebook groups, especially the garbage Facebook groups, which have all rumors and stuff. I would love to have as much people as possible following me. Thank you very much. Good night, and we'll be talking to you soon. And I just do a quick check. I just wanted to check the sound. All right, I think the sound is okay. All right, guys, good night, good night. We're going to be seeing you soon again. Watch the stories for the next update. All right, good night. And